My brain is like oatmeal. I yelled at Kenny today for coloring outside the lines. Megan and I are starting to watch the same TV shows, and I'm liking them. I'm losing it.
Mr. Mom is a classic 1983 comedy film directed by Stan Dragati and featuring actor Michael Keaton in his very first lead film role. Keaton stars as Jack Butler, an engineer at the Ford Motor Company who lives in a suburb of Detroit, Michigan, with his wife Carolyn, played by actress Terry Garr, and his 3 young children, sons Alex and Kenny, and the baby girl Megan. Jack, along with his co-workers and friends Stan and Larry, played by Tom Leopold and Christopher Lloyd, are informed by their boss Jinx, played by Jeffrey Tambor, that they have been furloughed.
You did it, didn't you? You fired these guys after all they contribute.
Jack.
Ah, don't jack me. After the support.
Jack.
Oh, man, after the devotion they gave you.
You're fired too.
Now, you fired me. I'm fired? You son of a... No!
Using her college degree and advertising experience, Carolyn decides to get a job, leaving Jack with the responsibilities of a stay-at-home dad.
Actually, a lot of men would love to have this kind of time to spend with their kids, you know.
Hun, you're looking at one.
Oh.
I'm telling you, I'm a regular Phil Donahue here.
Yes, you are.
Complicating the matter, Carolyn's new boss, Ron Richardson, played by actor Martin Mull, takes an attractive interest in Carolyn, and a friendly neighbor named Joan, played by Ann Jillian, begins to do the same thing with Jack.
Here's my number.
All right, thank you. I'm sorry, what's it say underneath there?
Anytime.
Written by John Hughes, this movie became a classic TV staple that would air frequently in the 1980s and 1990s. This was one of John Hughes' first ever screenplays, and he wrote it after he had told producer Lauren Schuller Donner about a disastrous experience he had taking care of his 2 kids while his wife was away. Donner told him that she thought it was hilarious and he should turn it into a movie. So he did. He wrote the screenplay for Mr. Mom. Hughes turned down directing, however, because he preferred to shoot movies in Chicago rather than Hollywood. Upon its release, Mr. Mom was a rather surprise hit. It grossed over $64 million in the United States. This made Mr. Mom one of the top 10 grossing films of 1983. And the movie's success prompted Universal to give John Hughes a 3-picture deal for $30 million. Those 3 films would be 16 Candles, The Breakfast Club, and Weird Science. All 3 of them would be written and directed by Hughes, and all 3 would become iconic 1980s classics. This was Michael Keaton's first top-billed role in a movie, and other actors were considered for the lead role of Jack Butler. Chevy Chase, Steve Martin, Robin Williams, John Goodman, George Segal, Michael Douglas, and John Travolta were all considered for the role. For the Terry Garr role of the wife, actresses Sally Field, Farrah Fawcett, Jane Curtin, and Karen Allen were also considered.
On a beer?
7 o'clock in the morning.
Scotch?
Not during working hours. Oh, I'm sorry, pal.
For the role of the boss, Ron Richardson, which later went to actor Martin Mull, Jack Nicholson, Jeffrey Jones, Burt Reynolds, and Dabney Coleman were all under consideration. Actress Ann Jillian plays the sexy neighbor friend Joan, in one of the rare instances where she portrays a brunette instead of a blonde. This was likely due to the fact that the lead actress Terry Garr had blonde hair, and filmmakers wanted to differentiate the 2 women characters.
Hi, I'm Michael Keaton. This is for all you men. Ever wish you didn't have to go to work? Yeah. Stay home. Enjoy the good life. Watch this. Let's go, suddenly! Yeah, okay.
Now, I've seen this movie many times, and it is a quick, simple, harmless, entertaining film. And I recommend Mr. Mom as a movie that the whole family can enjoy.